What's going on, guys? Chase, Ghost Picks Against the Spread, ghostpicksats.com. What's going on to all of my YouTube family and followers and subscribers and new subscribers, new viewers if this is your first time. Excuse me. Welcome aboard. Let's go over. It is Monday, August the 6th. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Got out, got to do something fun. I know I did. Capped all weekend. Had a good weekend and caught a bunch of baseball, TV, live. Spent some great time with my family. It was a beautiful weekend, so no rain. That was a plus. And Jack and myself had a big package going on for Sunday, $29.99 duo day with Top Tier. Guys, those packages like that we have been trying to run for the later portion of the MLB season, those are going to start coming to a close, as we gear up into football season, because this week we're going full swing into preseason NFL. College football starts in just a few short weeks. I'm very excited for that. I hate seeing MLB come to an end, and we've still got some time. We've still got the rest of August. We've got September, which September is when a lot of real baseball's played. For about 3/4 of the league, it doesn't matter. For the rest, it's very, very important to solidify home field advantage, to see who solidifies wild card spot, so on and so forth. And then we get into October, which is the postseason. So let's go over a quick recap of what we did for Sunday. And then, we'll get you on the package that we're going to run for this week and get you on some free plays. I'm going to enjoy this ice cold beer right here, a little celebratory. I don't have a bottle opener on me. There you go. Professional beer drinkers use lighters, not bottle openers. There you go. Let's pour one up nice, guys. Because gave out 2 top tier winners today. And guys, as we've said 1,001 times, top tier plays are $99 a piece. Yeah, sometimes we run them for $50. I know that's what I've been running this past week, just buying the top tier play alone. Individually gets you, is $49.99. But to be able to get 2 handicappers for $29.99 with top tier, and myself release 2 top tiers in that, just in top tier plays alone, you got $300 worth of value. And I hit both of them, and Jack hit his top tier as well. So great day. So cheers to you. That's good. That isn't typically my beer choice, but Newcastle is definitely something that I like to have here and there. Great to cook with if you love grilling. I'm a big griller. Love grilling with it, marinating with stuff with it, and making rubs with it and stuff like that. People have asked me what my beer choice is. Believe it or not, I like Stella. Stella Artois is probably my beer choice. If I'm going to go with just a domestic light beer, probably Miller Lite, Natural Light, Coors Light. It's all basic. I do not like Bud Light. I think it's basic and gross. But love Stella, Yingling, Samuel Adams. As far as the seasonal beer goes, Samuel Adams Oktoberfest is by far my favorite, which will, at the beginning of September, will be in stores again. So, excuse me, that'll be fun there. But I hadn't had a beer with you guys on camera, so I figured I'd do it with a beer that I like to have for special occasions. So, anyway, I've ranted on long enough. But let's get into it. It is still Sunday night. Red Sox game just finished up just a few minutes ago. And it was a 5-4 walk-off winner in extra innings by the Red Sox. One of the leans that I gave out was for, I didn't have time to push this out as a premium play when I had finally decided to play it myself. But I did have 5 or 6 people. Well, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 people actually earlier in the day had asked me specifically about that play, 3 of which were at the game. 2 of my clients are actually live in the New England area. One of them lives in Connecticut, and drove into Boston for the game. So they had asked me about it, and I pushed out the under late to them as a lean. So that was a push, though. Because of an error late there in the bottom of the ninth, it would have been over. It would have been an under, and that error cost them, tied it up, so it was a push there. But anyway, free play for yesterday was Oakland on the run line. Now, excuse me. Hey guys, you don't see my buddy? This is Wrigley. This is my buddy right here. She's 12 years old. Ain't that right? She is my buddy. She is my roll dog. Actually, when me and my wife, right before we got married, before we, had kids or anything, right at 12 years ago, which we'll be married 10 years this coming October. But we were living together, and she decided she wanted a dog, and she wanted one of the little small yappy dogs. So she wanted a Maltese, which are very expensive dogs. And we got it. She was in love with it. And then it only took a few months for the dog to realize it didn't like my wife. And ever since then, that dog has followed me everywhere. If I leave the house to go somewhere, she rides with me. When I'm traveling, my wife will, FaceTime me at night, and she either sits in front of the bedroom door if my wife closes the door, or if she leaves it open, she walks to the edge of the stairs and looks down the stairs to see if I'm coming home that night. So she is that is definitely my buddy. So she was over here whining in the seat beside me. So anyway. Oakland run line -135 is what we were laying juice wise to take it on the run line. Nice 6-0 shutout winner. That became a top tier play of mine. I told you in the video it was a premium play. I love the play, very strong on it. And as I dug farther into it, I circled back to that game when I had finished my card for the day or had finished capping all the games. I circled back to that play. And I circled back to it because I was going to up my personal wager on it. And I broke it down one more time, from every avenue. And I said, screw it. I said, I like this game just as much, if not more than the top tier that I had actually put out. So I put that as a top tier as well. And you guys got it for free. So congratulations to everyone that jumped on that, hammered it, made some good money. We had the second top tier was the Braves on the money line. Rough in the early goings. They came back. They showed that they obviously are the better team by far. Tied it up, ended up taking it by 1 run. That's all we need because we had it on the money line, laying -140. A little bit high for my taste, but we did it. I didn't feel confident in the run line after what had happened on Saturday. So 2 top tier plays, both winners. We also had the Phillies on the run line, -145. Again, a little bit high for me, but we took it, and it was a nice winner there. They controlled the game from start to finish. The Cubs I had. Now, here's the thing about the Cubs, and I actually talked to one of my customers about this. He said he didn't want to see any more Cubs plays just because the Cubs have been inconsistent these past few days. They have not covered a spread whatsoever this weekend against the Padres, and they actually lost outright to them on Sunday by a significant margin. But it's like I told him, I hate betting the Cubs. I do, personally, because that's my team. I don't like fading them. I don't like I don't like playing them because they are my team. I don't like having money riding on them. I like sitting back and watching them as a diehard, lifelong fan. But it's like I told him, I break down every game for that day, side and total. And I have an opinion of every side and total. But once I break it down and I have a pick that I like, if it hits my percentages in my system and it makes the cut, it gets played. Not only by me personally, but it gets pushed out to my premium guys. So there are times when I fade the Cubs and I favor the Cubs. It makes my skins crawl to do it, but more times than not, I'm successful with the Cubs. But this weekend was not one of them. I rode them all 3 days and got beat all 3 times. I even told Jack during a phone call this morning, he had called me about one thing regarding a customer that we had that had signed up for our duo day. He said, "Are you really confident in the Cubs?" And I said, "No." I said, "I'm not." I said, "I feel like this is the time that Lester is going to go out there and get rocked because he hasn't really had that game yet. As most years he does once every handful of games where he goes out there and gets rocked by a team that he should rock." Yeah, I said, but statistically, I mean, it was just shy of a top tier play as far as statistics goes. But I didn't release it because my gut feeling was it certainly wasn't to the caliber of top tier play. But nevertheless, I pushed it out, and it was a loss. And then the Texas, they could not cover their spread today. That was weird. But the over 10.5, that was a very easy over. Texas knows how to put up runs, man. And it's not just about playing against bad teams. Texas knows how to score against good teams. their pitching is not good. They still have veteran pitchers like Bartolo Colon, and they had Cole Hamels, which is now on the north side, which I love. Their bullpen is not good, but they swing the bat well. So they are definitely a typical over team. Right there, overall, a 4-2 day with 2 top tier winners. Great day. So, congratulations to all the people that jumped on the duo day. I know Jack hit his top tier. I hit my top tier. That alone was well worth the price of admission. So, means the world to us, guys, that you would jump on our package. And that was, this is one of the first few times Jack and I have really done some day stuff, and I think it went very well. So. Now let's jump into what our week promotion is going to be. Every week, each capper does something for a week. Some weeks there's no specials going on, and the MLB specials are going to start. As far as weeks packages go, are going to start trending downward just a little bit, except for the people that are diehard like myself in MLB. Those people will customize something for you into MLB once football starts, because that's where a lot of people's focus is going to be. And as far as creating packages, that's where our focus is going to be as well, because a lot of people tend to kind of dive off of MLB and into college and pro football once that starts. But don't worry, I will be capping through all of Major League Baseball regular season, and then I will do the postseason of the World Series as well, but I get really selective, and I do it a lot differently than I do the regular season, and you'll see that once the time comes. But Jack and I are releasing the Golden Aces Week package. The name of my picks are the Chase's Aces, and Jack has his signature Golden Bangers, so we're putting them together. The Golden Aces, $2.99 with top tier, both cappers, Monday through Sunday. You can't beat it. Like I said, top tier plays, $99 dime selection plays. Even if we were offering a week where they were $50 per play. You think about it, 7 days worth of plays Monday to Sunday from 2 cappers, plus you get all of their premium picks with it. It's a great deal. $2.99 jump on. Make sure you jump on it Monday so you can get the best value. We will run it into Tuesday. So, because even if you sign up Tuesday and go Tuesday through Sunday, you're still getting a very good deal. But make sure you jump on Monday if it's something that you are interested in, to get the best bang for your buck, and make sure you don't miss out on one of the days of plays. I've already had a couple of people that saw it when Jack released his video just a few minutes ago. I haven't seen Jack's video yet, but they saw it and said, hey, we want to go ahead and jump on, and use what they won off of the duo day that they had to jump on that. So, reinvesting the money, going long term, that's what it's about. That's how you become successful. So for those people, thank you very much, and we're going to grind out the rest of the season and kill it. So anyway, let's get into a free play winner. Well, you know what? Let's do 2 free plays for you. And the reason I say this is because I know at least one of these is going to be on my premium card for Monday. Don't know which one yet, but at least one of them will. I say at least one. There'll be one of them on there. I got to get further into these games to see which one I favor more. So we're going to start with the Cubs again. Now, and the reason I'm going to start with them is because I think this line, I just find something odd about it. So we've got the Cubs going to Kansas City. 2 teams that are not extremely familiar with each other, interleague play, and you got the line sitting at minus 205 favoring the Cubs, which 205 is, that's one thing, but I think it should be a little bit higher. But if you look at the run line juice price, we're sitting at minus 135, which I think is a little high based on what you typically see, and I think that's because the odds makers know that the Cubs should be able to walk away with this thing very easily. The one thing that I don't think people are going to take into consideration is the fact that, yes, Cole Hamels is on the mound. He pitched great against, in his opener against the Pirates. But people are still thinking, oh, he's got to get into a rhythm. He's got to get used to playing with the Cubs. I mean, what better team to play against for him than the Kansas City Royals? How well does he know that team from being an American League guy? Very well. So not only that, going against a team that is absolutely just horrendous in Kansas City, their bullpen especially. Cubs' bullpen has not played well this past weekend. They got depleted going into Sunday. The adjustments that I've seen so far set them up for a good Monday. even with some, at least one key piece of what we typically see at the start of a new series with Chicago, um, being that on Saturday, or excuse me, on Friday, they went pretty hefty into the bullpen. I just think that bullpen for bullpen, it's not a competition. You've got a top 10 bullpen against one of the three or four worst bullpens in all of baseball. So, in saying that, with Cole Hamels knowing them that well and them wanting to really bounce back and make a statement after not only losing to the Padres, but really not deserving that win on Saturday against them. They deserve the win on Friday, and that's about all I'm going to give them credit for. Um, that and the fact that in interleague play, they're 8-4 in their last 12. Ben Zobrist in interleague play, who is an American League guy, coming from the American League, spent time in Kansas City as a World Series champion. He was with Joe Madden in Tampa Bay. That dude is an on-base machine. I've been saying that, since the beginning of the season. Somebody asked me, who do you think is, if you had to pick one person out of the Cubs lineup to put on your team, you can only pick one, who would it be? Ben Zobrist. Not because he's a power hitter, because he's consistently getting on base better than anybody, on that roster. Maybe not here recently. Baez has been getting on base very well. Contreras, Russell, Ian Happ, Albert Almora, those guys. But Ben Zobrist is as consistent as they come, and I love Ben Zobrist. So I'll lay the run line with him at -135 to let Cole Hamels come in and let all his American League guys know, yeah, he may not be there anymore, but he still knows how to play against them. That, with the fact that if it comes down to bullpens, it's completely one-sided, mismatch on the field, mismatch on paper, all leaning in the Cubs' direction. So that definitely is a free play for you. It's not on my premium card yet, but like I said, it very well could be. The other one that I'm looking at, and I'm sure somebody will ask me about the total of that game. I'm still digging into that one. I haven't dug into it further. That is one thing that I have not gotten to yet. If I had to look just at first glance, I would lean over at 9 runs. It actually opened up about a half point higher than I thought it would. So I think as I dig into it, I'd probably lean over, but I don't know that I'll have a play on the side. And then St. Louis Cardinals going up against Miami. And then your pitching matchup right there, you got Weaver versus Chen. Both pitchers give up hits. Miami at home knows how to run the bases. They run them well. St. Louis is not scared to swing that bat and do the same thing. And with both pitchers having a lot of struggles right now, and obviously St. Louis trying to fight for a wild card spot, Miami is not, but they're still trying to make that statement. They're trying to build and rebuild and get back to where they want to be, with Derek Jeter leading the charge. 8 runs, I think, is just too small. I see an over there as well, and I'm very confident in that over. But like I said, neither one of those are on my premium card yet, but at least one of them will be. But I'm looking at the card right now. We've got a lot of great matchups, a lot of good pitching matchups, some sharp lines right now. But don't worry, we'll dig in the rest of the night, and we'll find the value, and we'll push out the winners. So got a big day planned for Monday, and everybody sign up, $2.99, the Golden Aces package with myself and Jack, your 2 top handicappers at Ghost Picks for the last 2 weeks. The last 7 days, if you watch Kylie Wang's video, which I will drop another link in the description to go check out her video. She's going to do that once a week. Every week, she's going to review the last 7 days and tell you who the top handicappers are at Ghost Picks. And what we'll probably do with that is those 2 cappers will run some sort of special for a day pass or a week pass, something like that. Me and Jack have been absolutely on fire with top tiers premiums. Jack went 8 straight free pick winners before dropping one. So, we've been on fire. So jump on with both of us and start winning with 2 of the hottest handicappers out there. Guys, if you need anything, chase.ghostpicksats@gmail. I will have a link in the description for Kylie Wang's video. If you have not subscribed to the Ghost Picks YouTube channel, that is the overall company YouTube, as well as watched her video She's a very knowledgeable girl, very smart, very fun to watch, and I think you'll enjoy seeing more of her here very soon in the next couple of days when she does her next video. And I will drop a link in the description below for the Golden Aces package, $2.99. Guys, I love you. I mean it. Couldn't do it without you. Cheers to a great Sunday, top tier winners, and another great week. Good luck. God bless. Grind on. We'll see you back for Tuesday.